Mm-hmm. We should be back at it. We should be in the building. Y'all know what to do. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can see me. And we're about to get into it, man. Happy Thursday morning. It's Friday Eve. Hopefully y'all are doing well today. Ready for a great show. And welcome. Welcome to another YouTube live stream and another episode of the ClassE Morning Show. I'm your host, ClassE at patreon.com/ClassEbeats. By the way, the link is in the description as well as in the pinned comment in the chat. And we're going to get into it today. Y'all know we've been covering what's been going on with this Alicia Andrews trial. We're going to get into some more crazy text messages. We are going to hear from Alicia Andrews herself finally in this police interrogation. She doesn't do a lot of talking, but I will say this, it's not looking great. I mean, they had her lined up and down. We got Candace Owens in the building, of course, there's many other topics. But before I get into it, I've got to say what's up to the people, man. Shout out to the gang up in this thing. We've got my awesome, amazing Amy is in here doing what she always does, and that is be awesome and amazing. Shout out to Amy. Les Cleaver is in the building. We've got the Honorable Attorney Kel Bell. Taco Tuesday is back at it. Spring Flowers is in here. J Money, the big dog, is in this thing. Prince Habibi is in here as well. I'll be saying what's up and good morning to y'all as we go throughout the show. If you haven't yet, I don't ask for much on the show, but the one thing I do ask is that you please like the video on your way in. Likes are free, helps the channel continue to grow, lets the algorithm know that y'all are having a good time over here, and it shares the video, the channel, this live stream specifically out with more people. So thank you to those of you who have shared this over on X, over on Instagram, over on Facebook, and even in your group chats. I see y'all, and a special thank you to those of you who go the extra mile and share the video as well. I will be reading the super chats as we go throughout the show too, so thank you to all first 600 of you that have liked the video, and a special thank you to those of y'all who sent super chats. Look at this, we got Spring Flowers over here on the Cash App. She dropped the 10 bomb. What did she say? For showing love to the best YouTube channel. Thank you, Spring Flowers. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for continuing to show up and show support in so many ways as well. Spring Flowers up in here doing that thing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We've got a couple more of y'all in here too, so I'll be saying good morning as we get through it. We've got a lot to get to on today's show as usual, so I'm going to go ahead and kick it off with this first one, which is a sad story. And if you haven't heard about this, I'm going to get you guys caught up to what's going on, and then we'll see what's going to happen moving forward with the Sandra Birchmore case. Check this out. So Sandra Birchmore was, this situation is very, very sad. She was a young girl who basically was involved in working with some people in the police community in this city near where Karen Reed actually resides. There are connections in this case to Karen Reed. Not Karen Reed specifically, but a lot of people who were involved in Karen Reed's situation. Sandra Birchmore was sadly found deceased in a hotel room or in an apartment. And the reason this is strange, because there was a police officer who was alleged to have been with Sandra shortly before she deleted herself, is what's being alleged. Now there's been an indictment released. There's a man who's going to stand on trial for her murder, because there was foul play in this situation, even though she was found suspended from the ceiling. I want to say this in the right way. It's alleged that there was a reason behind this. So we've got some more updates when it comes to this case, give you guys more of a clear layout of what's going down. And then we're actually going to get into some of the updated charges in this situation as well. Check this out.
The former police officer accused of killing a young woman and staging her death to look like a suicide has been hit with a new charge.
That's Matthew Farwell. He was already facing a federal charge for the death of Sandra Birchmore, but the new accusation involves the unborn child Birchmore was carrying when she died.
So sad.
Ryan Kath of the NBC 10 Investigators is on it. He joins us in studio with more. Ryan.
And Glenn, the stakes are high in this case. Farwell could receive the death penalty if he's found guilty in the case. Prosecutors say just weeks after Birchmore told the former police detective he was the father of her unborn child, she was dead. Farwell met Birchmore when he was the leader of a youth explorers program at the Stoughton Police Department.
Disgusting. He's
accused of grooming Birchmore and having sex with her when she was as young as just 15 years old. Police found the 23-year-old dead inside her Canton apartment in 2021. It wasn't until 3 years later that the FBI arrested Farwell, accusing him of killing Birchmore and staging her death to look like a suicide. The new charge relates to a federal law that protects unborn children. We asked our NBC 10 legal expert about the timing of adding this new charge so many months later.
This is not a new development, so the idea may be that they're trying to put additional pressure on him to plead to the original charges or to this charge as well in order to save his life or in order to get a more beneficial arrangement.
Wow.
Reached out to Farwell's attorneys and are awaiting a response. His case is currently scheduled for trial next October. Ryan Kath, NBC 10 Investigators.
And y'all know we will be here covering it. Shout out to Amy because she's been covering this at length over on X as well. If you don't follow Amy, make sure you do. Follow her on X at IAMYLEIGH on X. That's Amy Lee on X. She posted about this and gave us the full document that we're going to get into in the full indictment here shortly. But what does Amy say? Matthew Farwell faces additional charges in the death of Sandra Birchmore. A federal grand jury on Tuesday filed an additional charge against a former police officer or police detective accused of killing a young pregnant woman whom he allegedly began exploiting at the age of 15. In a superseding indictment, the grand jury charged Matthew Farwell, 39, with killing the male fetus Sandra Birchmore was carrying when she died on February 1st of 2021 at her apartment in Canton. What? I'm not going to get into the whole pro-choice thing, but I think it's interesting that someone can be found. I won't go there today. The indictment marks the first time authorities have identified the gender of the unborn baby she was carrying. Birchmore was 8 to 10 weeks pregnant when she died. DNA testing has excluded Farwell as the father of the unborn baby. What? And it's unclear whether federal investigators have established paternity for the fetus, which means someone else may have been involved in this. The new indictment maintains the original charge against Farwell of killing a witness. Federal prosecutors allege Farwell strangled Birchmore to prevent her from revealing that he had initiated a intimate relationship with her when she was a minor and had continued the affair into her adult years, sometimes meeting her for intercourse while he was on the clock with the police department. He has pleaded not guilty and is being held without bail at the detention facility in Rhode Island. The charge of killing a witness is eligible for the death penalty. The U.S. Department of Justice must render its decision about capital punishment in the case of Matthew Farwell by January 20th. His trial is to begin next year on October 5th. Birchmore met Farwell through her participation in the police department's youth program known as Police Explorers. Jeez. Hey, yo. She joined the program when she was 12, prosecutors told the indictment says. A few months after Birchmore was found dead, Norfolk District Attorney Michael Morrissey and the state medical examiner's office declared her death a suicide. No criminal charges were filed. Then last August, the FBI arrested Farwell and accused him of killing Birchmore and staging the scene to look like a self-deletion. In 2013, federal prosecutors alleged Farwell committed a certain type of assault with Birchmore when she was 15. The allegations are bolstered by texts between the two that are a part of the record. Their contact or intimate contact continued into Birchmore's adult years, and she discussed wanting to have a child with him, a married father, officials have said, citing the text. Federal prosecutors allege Farwell began plotting to kill Birchmore after one of her friends called the police headquarters on January 20th of 2021 and told a department employee that Farwell and Birchmore were having intercourse. Oh my God. The employee told Farwell about the call, the FBI said. Farwell was the last person to see Birchmore alive on the evening of February 1st, 2021. A video camera in the lobby of her apartment building captured him entering and exiting the apartment. Doesn't make sense. We've seen the video before. Why he wouldn't think that there would be a camera there. Who knows? Maybe he snapped. Maybe it was a crime of passion. Insane. Minutes before Farwell departed, Birchmore's cell phone, described as a friend as a third hand because it was such in constant use, stopped moving. It says motionless until its battery drained and her body was discovered 3 days later. So let's get into this actual indictment. It's not too difficult to go through. It's pretty straightforward and explains everything that's happening here, right? We've got the United States versus Matthew Farwell. And this is a superseding indictment at all times relevant to this superseding indictment. The general allegations between or about March 27th of 2012 and on or about April 1st of 2022, defendant Matthew Farwell, he'll be known after as Farwell, was a sworn officer in the police department in Massachusetts. In his capacity as a police officer, Farwell also served as an instructor for the Police Explorers Academy, which was a vocational educational program for local youth. The Police Explorers was designed to enable youth participants to learn about law enforcement careers. Sandra Birchmore was born on May 1997. In or around March 2010, Sandra Birchmore applied to be a participant in the Police Explorers. At that time, Birchmore was 12 years old. She began participating in the program in and around the spring of 2010 and remained in the program through and in 2016. Prior to, in or around 2012, Farwell was a Police Explorer volunteer. He became an instructor when he started working for the police department in 2012. Before Birchmore attained the age of 16 years old, Farwell engaged in intercourse and other acts with Birchmore. Farwell's intercourse with Birchmore continued until around early 2021. Goodness gracious. That was a long time. The police department required employees, including police officers, to accurately report their time and attendance in order to receive wages and overtime. During some of the shifts when Farwell was supposed to be performing his duties as a police officer, he was instead engaged in intercourse with Birchmore. He failed to disclose that information to the police department, and he took, well, obviously, what are the things gonna say? Hey guys, I'm going to see Sandra. I'll be back. Quick lunch break. And he took steps to conceal his conduct from the other department employees. In or around 2020 of December, Birchmore learned that she was pregnant. Birchmore told Farwell that he was the father of the child. On or about January of 2021, Birchmore's friend called the police department and told the police department employee that Farwell had been having intercourse with Birchmore. Shortly after, the police department employee told Farwell about the call. On or about February 1st of 2021, Farwell killed Birchmore by strangulation. Shortly thereafter, Farwell staged Birchmore's Canton, Massachusetts apartment to make it appear as if Birchmore had committed self-deletion. Canton, man, what y'all got going on? And this is just what we know about. At the time of Birchmore's death by strangulation, she was pregnant and carrying in utero an unborn child. Are they unborn childs or are they fetuses? What are we doing here? Is it a fetus or is it an unborn child? I tend to believe that it is a fetus and that this is a living, breathing person that has a life, and that is alive, not just a clump of cells. The law is so confusing these days. And again, I don't want to go this pro-choice, pro-life route today, but it's a child. Can we agree? Some of y'all don't agree. It is an unborn child. Why are we going to hold this man accountable for the death of this unborn child? But if someone wants to take the life of the unborn child, it's okay. It really bothers me. At the time of Birchmore's death by strangulation, she was pregnant and carrying in utero an unborn male child whose gestational age was between 8 to 10 weeks. Okay, so now that we have that information, what do we have? Count 1, killing a witness. The grand jury realleges and incorporates by reference the allegations in paragraphs 1 through 8 of the superseding indictment. Said he ain't going anywhere. He killed Sandra Birchmore. Count 2, protection of unborn children. What? We're going to have a conversation about this one day. On February 1st, 2021 in Canton, in Massachusetts, the defendant, Matthew Farwell, did engage in conduct that violated and hereby caused the death of a child in utero at the time the conduct took place. How is that even possible? How does Roe v. Wade exist? And this was signed by Tory B. Cummings, Brian Fogarty and Elizabeth Riley. All right. And shout out to them. This is going to be an interesting case. We're going to follow it. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments in the chat. An unborn child is apparently a child. I believe that the rest of the world, or the rest of, I should say, the country may not agree, which is interesting to see how this goes. Let me know what y'all think in the comments in the chat. How is this even a conversation? I know I'm switching things and that's not even what we're talking about, but dang. How is abortion legal? It's so sad. I shouldn't laugh about it, but it's just crazy to think that in one instance, abortion can be legal, but then, oh man, he caused the death of a child in utero. So it's a child now? Which one is it? My God, man. I guess it depends on who's deciding to end the life of the child. I guess that's what makes the difference, right? Is that what the pro-choice gang will say? I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't want to I don't even know if that's political. I don't see it as political. I see it as a basic human right thing, but what do I know? I'm just a guy talking. Let's go ahead and get Candace up here before I get canceled for saying that an unborn child is a child. I know I think I've got a picture of Charlie Kirk is in here. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. This one's going to be interesting, but I've got to acknowledge some of y'all in the chat at first. Yeah, we telling the truth up in here. I ain't scared. Like, God dang, man. Can we just keep it real? Shout out to Mary in here with the 2-bomb. Says, good morning. God bless everyone today. God bless you, Mary. Thank you for the love and support. As always, if you're traveling, safe travels to you. I know Mary be out there getting it. Shout out to Mary. Thank you for stopping by and always supporting. I appreciate the 2-bomb. And let me double check and make sure I didn't miss anyone else in here. Okay, we should be good to go. We're going to move on to Candace Owens because we still have a lot of other topics to get to. So it's finally time. Candace Owens, not only is she back, but she's starting to point the finger at the president of the United States. And specifically, she's pointing the finger at him when it comes to everything surrounding the assassination of Charlie Kirk. When this first happened, we covered it here on the channel. I said this to many of you guys. I know and understand the impact that Charlie Kirk had, not only on the president, 45, 47, getting his second term, but with him reaching certain voters, specifically young voters, because of Charlie Kirk's platform. He's very close with the president. Him and the president had a lot of conversations, and the president was heavily involved in what Charlie Kirk had going on. Now, even with all of that being said, with Charlie Kirk's assassination, a lot of people had issues with the way Charlie Kirk was being treated on a national and international stage, getting the Medal of Freedom, having this memorial, have every politician from here to Hawaii speak at Charlie Kirk's memorial. And a lot of it seems strange. With the way the FBI handled the investigation, with how quickly the president seemed to move on from things, with even, I'm not gonna bring up Erica Kirk. Some things were said about Erica Kirk as well. So it's all looking and seeming very strange. Candace Owens is going to get into it, give her perspective, give some inside information she has. And we actually find out something interesting here that I didn't even know happened. And I actually am going to have to give Candace Owens somewhat of an apology on this. We'll see here in a second. Check it out.
Anyways, now let's turn our attention to other allies. President Donald Trump. Of course, we have to arrive here because Charlie really loved Donald J. Trump. Okay, he loved him. It is unreal going through my messages to really consider how much he dedicated his entire life to him. And I mean, sleepless nights wanting to ensure that he got elected, reelected, midterm elections, hitting the ground, wearing a MAGA hat. We were everywhere. I was on fire for Trump too. I really believed in Trump. I really believed that if people could wake up to how quickly the media turned on him, that it could be, you know, this conduit to Black Americans understanding that we're being manipulated. Because my focus was all about Black America, right? And what I can say is that from the very moment that we learned the news that Charlie Kirk had passed, I knew spiritually that we were never going to get the full story from officials, right? Not from officials. I can't explain it. I felt that way. And then when Trump rushed to tweet out that, or social Truth Social out that photo, that AI photo of him and Charlie with the Star of David in the background, I just knew. I knew the investigation into who murdered Charlie Kirk was officially over, right? The officials wanted nothing to do with it because there was nobody more psychotically insistent that people stop asking questions about Charlie's death immediately. I mean, early hours, right? Than the people that are dedicated to the Israel lobby, right? These individuals, if you go back, people that are pro-Israel for whatever reason, were like, do not look any further into this death. In fact, I'll challenge you, do me a favor. Find me just one real life pro-Israel individual who is expressing that they don't believe that Charlie Kirk was killed by Tyler Robinson. The evidence is overwhelming that Tyler Robinson didn't act alone, that Tyler Robinson didn't fire the shot, that Tyler Robinson didn't use a 30-06. Find me just one person.
Well, okay, I don't know about that now. I don't think I've seen conclusive evidence. Candace Owens is using the word evidence. I haven't seen evidence that points to Tyler not being the one who took the shot. All right, so we can say there are logical theories that have taken place, but all the evidence so far has pointed to Tyler Robinson. Let's be clear. So we've got our theories out there. We have things that don't make sense. The 30-06, I think, being the most glaring out of everything. But we'll have to see how the evidence plays out. I get where Candace is going with this, but I don't think it's fair to say that there's no evidence to point to Tyler Robinson.
The platform who's pro-Israel and says, I want this investigation into his death to continue. It's a bit weird, right? It's a bit weird. Dogs, very silent right now. Very, very silent. And there's like a stake on the ground. They're not moving. It's very weird. They do, all of them, however, I will say, want him to be honored, right? Mostly by your money. They want you to give to Turning Point USA. That's the best way, by the way, that you can honor him. Open up your pocketbooks. They don't have enough money there, right? Clearing like $100 million a year. They don't have enough. Open up your pockets, keep his show going, and don't ask questions is obviously the clearest way that we can honor Charlie Kirk. They want him lionized, and they did try to lionize him immediately as the most Judeo-Christian goy ever, right? He was basically, why not just put him in a yarmulke in some of these AI photos? That would make more sense. The direction, I mean, so instant. It's like just like trying to establish the legacy, right? And keeping with that, we want this to be honorific, not actually trying to solve what happened here. For Charlie's birthday, President Trump signed into law or established rather a holiday. And he decided that October 14th, which is Charlie Kirk's birthday, would be a national day of remembrance for Charlie Kirk. Okay? And I'm going to tell you how I feel about that. Truly Zionists that infiltrated my book club, you did not need to pay the $9.99 to find out how I feel about this. I don't know why people think I'm hiding how I feel. It's very weird. Like, when did people go, oh, we have to try to listen in to hear what she really thinks? I'll tell you what I really think. I think it's crap. Okay? What I said in my book club holds. It's never good when the feds are lining up to give you a holiday. Not good. You know, Martin Luther King vibes. Martin Luther King Jr.
I agree.
I think maybe the feds definitely killed Martin Luther King Jr. But in school, we get to learn about him. He's got this whole holiday. Oh, he was such a great, I loved that I have a dream speech. Oh, the feds. Oh, man, you're good. You were so great. It's unfortunate that we had to murder you. I don't like it. Because the best way to honor Charlie Kirk is very obvious. Figure out who killed him first. Let's celebrate the holiday later.
Yeah.
I want to figure out who killed him first. And so I'm struck by this. I'm struck by Trump and the lack of demand, the lack of pushing on the narrative. Trump has really represented himself, at least as me, someone who voted for him twice. He represented himself as an individual who didn't trust the federal establishment. This feels like an easy layup here. Your friend.
Well, he is the federal establishment at this point, right? I mean, what's he going to say? The man's running a country. Kash Patel said he's got it. He said, we going to figure it out. We got Tyler Robinson. Let the local authorities handle it. He's moving on. Refurnishing, rebuilding the White House. I mean, I don't know. What's he supposed to do? At least as me, someone who voted for him twice, he represented himself as an individual who didn't trust the federal establishment. This feels like an easy layup here. Your friend, he viewed you in many ways like a father figure, right? Hey, feds, what's going on here? And I said, maybe he did, because I was in this aggrieved stage and I really didn't poke my head up until weeks later when I could stop crying about it every second.
And I said, maybe I missed it. Maybe Trump did actually say this is crap. Maybe he did call for an investigation. And we did a search on Truth Social to see how many times President Trump tweeted or Truth Socialed calling for further investigation into Charlie Kirk's murder. And there was only one tweet that we could find to that effect. And this tweet is not what I would describe as him calling for an investigation into Charlie Kirk's murder, actually. Here it is. This is the only one we could find. Why was the wonderful Turning Point under investigation by deranged Jack Smith and the corrupt and incompetent Biden administration? They tried to force Charlie and many other people and movements out of business. They weaponized the Justice Department against sleepy Joe Biden's political opponents, including me. They allowed the daughter of a judge of one of the corrupt trials against me to become the biggest fundraiser for Biden and Kamala, making millions of dollars for herself and her family. But with her father, the judge, not only refusing to recuse himself, but putting a gag order on me, not allowing any talk about their family corruption and unprecedented conflict of interest. That's not going to age well, the gag order thing, is it? Every leading legal analyst and pundit said this trial was wrong and should not have been allowed to go forward. But it did because of a corrupt judge who will hopefully pay a very big price for his illegal action someday. Okay. Scale of 1 to 10, how much is that do you feel about Charlie Kirk? I don't know what to think of that. I don't know what to make of that. Like I said, it's pretty obvious. They want us to just look at everything and go, case closed. Don't you see? We're all united. We're standing up here. We're giving him a holiday. We're signing that. And we've got all these photographers here. Turning Point's chief fundraiser lady here, and she's crying. So obviously she loved Charlie. Kash Patel was there. Of all the people, unbelievable to me. They're here. Kash Patel's here, so you can see we're all united. You can totally trust the FBI science now. We're ruling out corruption. That's why we don't know what Jeffrey Epstein files are talking about. Because look, all we had to do was win against Democrats and corruption would be over. Are we still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? I'm sorry. You know, I've realized something actually and truly. They made, in retrospect, the absolute best decision not inviting me to speak at Charlie's memorial. Oh. Like, kudos to whoever made that call, because I would have just been on my best Kanye. I would have jumped on stage and just grabbed the mic from Susie Wiles or someone and said, are you kidding me? What is going on here? What is happening?
Dang, I didn't realize Candace Owens wasn't invited. And this is the thing that surprised me. I owe Candace an apology. I shamed her for not showing up, although she could have shown up. But not being invited to speak when she was very close to Charlie Kirk, very much involved in Turning Point USA, had been on tour with Charlie Kirk, speaking with Charlie Kirk, was on board with the lot that was going on with Turning Point USA. For her not to be invited to speak, was it a good idea? Possibly, because as some people will say, and rightly so, Candace does have a way of making things about her. But that was strange to me. And I could understand her not showing up if she was invited to speak. I didn't realize that until Candace Owens said that in this live stream. Interesting why they wouldn't want her to speak there, because I could definitely see her crashing out on stage. Because
I would have just been on my best Kanye. I would have jumped on stage and just grabbed the mic from Susie Wiles or someone and said, are you kidding me? What is going on here? What is happening? Even Trump's speech, remember when he just kind of worked in the story about Charlie interviewing a fourth grader and he was referring to Breland Holland? And I'm saying Holland, by the way, because that was his name when Charlie interviewed him. Because Trump wasn't there, had nothing to do with Trump. When Charlie went on that fourth grader's podcast, his name was Breland Holland, and I was next to him. It was me and Charlie. What a weird story for Trump to just obscurely pluck out of thin air to say on stage at his memorial. He wasn't there. He had nothing to do with him. The kid had some connections and, of course, was really sweet and adorable and in fourth grade and super polite and energetic and was like, I'd love to interview you. I can't remember who the guy was who was his dad. I got him to interview with us. And all of a sudden, Trump's just saying the story on stage at Charlie's memorial as if he was there. And he wasn't. So what's going on? Regarding Kash Patel showing his face there, I legitimately do not know how these people do it, okay? I would literally die from shame. I would pass away right immediately from shame before I would show up to that event if I was Kash Patel. Like, did they breed it out? Is this a new breed of human that I don't know about? Where you feel nothing, there's just nothing. It's like the Josh Hammer thing. They don't feel any sense of shame at all. And they can just go and pretend that you're honoring. I don't understand it. I truly don't understand it because I have to be a different species from whatever that is. I would melt. I'd rather melt at the floor than show my face, knowing how badly I was dropping the ball. The whole world was dropping the ball. How do you show up to work, Kash Patel? And the answer is he shows up to work and he demands that everybody stop looking into it because he's got it under control. He's got a very small team of people at the FBI that are allowed to touch anything pertaining to the Charlie Kirk case because, this is transparency. Finally, the adults are in charge and it's going to be the most transparent administration ever, except on the Jeffrey Epstein stuff or the Charlie Kirk stuff, who was a friend of the administration. We got to be a little bit opaque on. Real headline, Candace. New York Times yesterday, pertaining to how upset Kash Patel was when he received an inquiry from Joe Kent, Tulsi Gabbard's office. They lead the National Counterterrorism Center, Joe Kent does. And Tulsi. Him inquiring about details into this apparently alarmed Kash Patel. It says Kash Patel was alarmed. He called a meeting, in fact, right? He wanted to investigate the assassination pertaining to Joe Kent. They were like, hey, maybe people overseas were involved in his murder. Maybe they were thinking, BB's saying too much. Can we just look at these files? Because it's our job, overseas terrorism. And Kash Patel was so alarmed by this, so alarmed that they would look into these files, that he held a meeting, apparently. Oh, what are you? This is not appropriate. It's not appropriate for you to be looking into this, okay? We don't want you knowing whether or not there was a foreign power or another entity that was involved in this. And this is the reason that Kash Patel decided to have a meeting with Susie Wiles and Joe Kent and Tulsi Gabbard and Trump officials. I think it said J.D. Vance was in this meeting as well, and nothing was accomplished. Because why wouldn't you, if you're the most transparent administration ever, share, get the help? Hey, we're supposed to be partners in this. Don't we all want to find out who killed Charlie Kirk? And the answer is no. We don't all want to find out who killed Charlie Kirk. I think that's apparent, right? It's pretty obvious that we do not all want to find out who murdered Charlie Kirk. Because they're not acting right. Nobody is acting.
Oh, man. Shout out to Candace. Oh, I interrupted
Susie
the
Wiles.
video. Oh, shout out to Candace. I messed it up. I'm going to leave a link in the chat for y'all to go find this. I'll leave a link in the description of this video, too. Making some great points. She seems to be the only one pushing for answers. Again, being impatient. Yes, it was her friend. He was killed. But a lot of us want to know what's going on. A lot of questions haven't been answered. We will find out during Tyler Robinson's trial. Obviously, the FBI can't reveal a lot, but Candace Owens makes some great points when it comes to what people are willing to accept that were allegedly close to Charlie Kirk. And specifically talking about the president. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments in the chat. Shout out to the gang, man. We got how many of y'all in here? We got 15,000. 15,000 of you amazing folks in the building. Good to see y'all this morning. Hopefully everybody's doing well. We're going to get to Alicia Andrews here in a second. But first, shout out to my awesome, amazing Amy in here. Dropping the cake. Thank you, Amy, for always bringing the cake in here. Reminding me to make sure I get something to eat. And Amy's got all the cake in here too. The cakiest cake that ever caked. Thank you for the love. I appreciate you. I love you as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And also, Amy does have a channel as well. If y'all haven't checked that out, the link to Amy's channel is in the description. Make sure you go over there, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any time she drops a new video, a new short. And also, she premieres videos as well. We were just in there checking out one this morning. Y'all definitely need to make sure you check out the content. You could sit there and watch the videos on Amy's channel all day, 24/7. Absolutely amazing. So shout out to Amy. Make sure y'all go show her some love, all right? Let me see what else y'all are saying. I think we're good to go. We're going to get into the next topic, which is going to be about Alicia Andrews. Yes, it is Julio Fulio time. And Alicia is in big trouble. It's not looking good for Alicia. And I'm going to tell y'all why here in a second. Because let's just be real. The state and the prosecution in this case with Alicia Andrews in the Julio Fulio trial is absolutely doing an amazing job of walking everything down, showing us leading up to when the videos were shown, showing how they were tailing Julio Fulio, showing how they were collecting intel, the beef between Alicia Andrews and Alicia Andrews' boyfriend, allegedly, and Julio Fulio. And now we're going to get into some more text messages. Not only is Alicia Andrews going to give details and give someone information about Julio's location, but she's going to be talking about a lot of things that went on. And we're also going to get into her official police interrogation today. So let's go ahead and check this out. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments in the chat.
B1 from Ms. Andrews' Cellbrite extraction of her Apple iCloud account. Did you recognize this messaging?
Yes, I do.
And it is from Miss Adore, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, and is that one of Miss Andrews, one of her usernames?
Yes.
Okay, and it's to a person named Kiera Marie, is that correct?
Correct.
Are you familiar with Miss Marie based on your investigation in this case?
Just what I was told to by the defendant.
You had previously interviewed the defendant, is that correct?
Correct.
And can you give us the date and time when this messaging is coming from Alicia Andrews, the defendant in this case?
It's June 21st, 2024 at 10:52 p.m.
Okay, and what is she messaging this person that goes by Kiera Marie?
Here we
Hey,
go.
could I book for a B&B in Tampa?
And then what is the response?
Hey, what dates you need?
Then what does the defendant message?
Tomorrow, but what date do you have available?
The last minute.
Going to page 2 of State's Exhibit 76B2. What is the next response from Kiera Marie?
How many bedrooms do you need is at the
I'm
top.
sorry.
Yep. How many bedrooms, question mark?
Not great.
And what is the defendant's response?
Like 2.
Okay. And of course, this is not in Eastern Standard Time, is this correct?
Correct.
This is in UTC time?
Correct.
So what would you have to do in order to make it Eastern Standard Time?
Subtract 4. So the first message sent at 10:52 would actually have been sent at 6:52 in our time frame.
Okay. And then what is the response from Kiera Marie?
Hey, I only found tomorrow - Tuesday.
And again, this now says it's going into 6/23 of 2024 at 12:13:41 UTC time. What is that in Eastern Standard Time?
That would have been approximately 8 p.m. on the 22nd. They would have already been in Tampa.
So I'm going to go back to the first page of this when this message is sent. You said that you did the conversion. So this says 10:52 p.m. UTC time. What was it in Eastern Standard Time?
6:52:25 p.m.
And this is coming from the defendant's Instagram. I'm not sorry, her iCloud account. Is that correct? The backlog for her phone.
She was
yes.
involved.
Was her actual phone that was used during this incident that is seen on video at the Airbnb in Tampa, was that ever recovered by law enforcement?
No.
Why not?
She got rid of it.
And when she
The phone is gone.
You explain. Go like if I get where Helen is at.
Yeah,
was
that's
that a
good
device
objective.
that you were looking for in this particular investigation?
Yes.
Were you requesting the assistance of the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office to assist you with executing search warrants in this particular case?
Correct.
At some point, were you aware that her device had been located by the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office?
Yes.
Were you apprised of the circumstances of when that happened and where it happened?
Yes.
When did that happen?
June 27th, 4 days after the murder.
Okay. And during that, when you were alerted by the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, did you express an interest in obtaining her cell phone?
Yes.
Did she have it at the time when they came into contact with her?
She had a cell phone in her possession.
And what was the circumstances of that cell phone when Jacksonville Sheriff's Office came in contact with her?
The cell phone she had in possession on June 27th when JSO came in contact with her was a new cell phone. It was not the same device that sent these messages days prior.
And when the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office came in contact, detectives that were assisting with you, did they say what in particular was happening with her new phone?
That it had been updated, like, set up brand new.
And
Crazy.
Speculation about the old phone being gotten rid of.
Okay, so I'll sustain it as to that.
That's a good
that
objection.
Assertion that she got rid of it.
Yeah, you can't just say, "Oh, she got rid of it." I mean, do you know that? Do you have evidence to show that? That's a great objection.
where was she at the time when she was located?
Isaiah Chance's house.
Was a search warrant executed on Isaiah Chance's house at that time?
Yes.
Was there a search warrant that was done independently for the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office?
Yes.
And was there a search warrant that was done for this investigation?
Yes.
During that search warrant, when Ms. Andrews was on premises, was there any other device that was located that belonged to her?
No.
In particular, on this time frame of June 21st of 2024, when this message was sent, at 6:52:25 p.m., did I ask you to look at her cell site data and her timing advanced data of her cell phone for her device to determine what her location was at that time?
Yes.
And what was her location at that time when it was sent?
At 6:52 on Friday the 21st, she was approximately in the area of Interstate Center Drive and Clark Road. Yes, Interstate Center Drive and Clark Road in Jacksonville, Florida.
And did I also ask you to, and is that located in Jacksonville, Florida?
Correct.
Duval County?
Correct.
Did I also ask you to take a look at Isaiah Chance's cell phone data, his cell site information for his device?
Yes.
Did you do that?
I did.
And where was his location when this when this message was sent from a device that had access to the defendant's Apple iCloud?
At 6:52 on the 21st, when this message is sent, Isaiah Chance's device was miles away from Alicia's device. His was in the vicinity of Sean Gaithwright's house.
And his device was being utilized and accessed, correct?
Correct.
So she, the defendant, if she's the one who sent this message, she's at...
Don't leave, just rephrase.
Is Miss Andrews at a separate location than Isaiah Chance when she is trying to book an Airbnb in Tampa?
Yes.
How far away is she?
Miles.
Not great.
I'm going to show you 110. G. This is from the extraction of the phone found in Rashad Murphy's possession. Do you recognize that, detective?
Yes.
And again, this is a message within the Airbnb application. Is that correct? App.
Correct.
And did you know when this was sent to try to get the Airbnb, to actually book the Airbnb that was utilized in this case?
Yes.
When was it sent?
3:55 a.m. on Saturday, June 22nd, 2024.
And did you have other evidence that when this Airbnb actually was confirmed?
Yes.
And when was that?
At around that same time.
Was it within minutes?
Yeah, it was very, very quickly. Let's go ahead and look at some more of these text messages.
Sending the address to the Airbnb that they would stay at in Tampa.
And is that indeed the Airbnb that we earlier saw from the Ring video, 3703 Gazebo Pond Lane, Tampa, Florida?
Correct.
Dang.
Now, we've talked about some of the cell phone already. Did you, during the course of your investigation, do subpoenas as well as search warrants to obtain the cell phone data from Alicia Andrews?
Yes.
Did you also do the same thing, obtain a search warrant as well as subpoena for the cell phone information from the cell phone provider for Isaiah Chance?
Yes.
Did you do the same thing for Sean Gaithright?
Yes.
For Davian Murphy?
Yes.
What about Rashad Murphy? Did he have a phone other than that phone that was confiscated in Georgia, in Gwinnett County, that was in his physical possession?
The investigation revealed that phone was left in Jacksonville during their trip down to Tampa.
Could you find any other sort of phone that he may have utilized while he was down here?
No.
But did you look at the cell site data for that phone that was confiscated in Gwinnett County from Rashad Murphy?
Yes.
And based on the cell site data, was there any sort of information showing that that phone traveled to Tampa?
No, it did not.
All right, so let's skip ahead and get into some more of these text messages because there's a lot of text messages that took place once they actually got there. Here we go.
Do you recognize this phone number up here?
Yeah, that's Alicia Andrews' phone number.
Same phone number that you obtained those cell phone records via search warrant, is that correct?
Correct.
Can you tell us what we're looking at up here in this first blue box?
Yes, this is Alicia Andrews. The phone number is sharing a live location with Sean Gaithwright's phone number.
So just so the from column, that is designating, again, Ron and her number, is that correct?
Correct.
And 2, whose number is that?
Sean Gaithwright's.
Okay. And you said that, what does this mean?
That Alicia Andrews' phone sent a live location to Sean Gaithwright's phone.
And does it show in this box when that is occurring?
Yeah, the correct Eastern Standard Time, 2 a.m. on Sunday, June 23rd.
And is that before they went to the Teasers nightclub?
That was before, en route to Teasers.
And then the second box, what time are we at now?
Around that same time.
And again, what is going on here?
This one is sharing location with you. So the first one's sent one live location. The next one is sharing a location that would be continuous.
And again, this phone number belongs to?
Alicia Andrews.
And then this box, what's going on? What time are we at?
We're at 2:31 a.m. on the 23rd Eastern Standard.
And what is, who's this from?
This is from Alicia Andrews.
And again, is this time there's actually a message being sent?
Yes.
Okay, and what is she messaging?
To pick up the phone.
Okay. And there's a word, I'm not going to ask you to say it, but it says NIGGA, pick up the phone, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
She doesn't want to say it? Come on now. Y'all know we can say it over on this channel.
What time is this?
2:31 a.m.
And where, based on the video footage, where are they at that point?
At that point, Alicia Andrews and Isaiah Chance are inside of the Silver Cruise in the rear portion of the Teasers parking lot.
Y'all can say it.
And that's based on the timestamp and the modifications made to real time, is that correct?
Correct.
And that is a time when Charles Jones and his party are already at Teasers, is that also correct?
Yeah, they had already walked inside, correct.
So that was at 2:31:19, and then I'm going to ask you about this time up here at the top. Oh, sorry, I'm cutting it off. So when is this time?
2:31:24.
So just a couple of seconds later, is there another message?
Yes.
Is that the same message that she just sent 2 seconds ago?
Objection that she sent. I think this is that question.
Just, I wrote, go ahead.
Alicia's phone number sent another pick up the phone message, yes.
Okay. Still at that same location?
Correct.
Okay, and then let's go to the second box. What time is this occurring?
4:25 a.m.
Okay, and what is going on at this time?
This is Alicia's phone sending a live location to Sean's phone.
And then let's go down to this box. What time are we at now?
4:25 a.m.
Where is that silver Chevy Cruze at?
Around the intersection of McKinley and Fowler, near the Homestead Suites.
And what is going on at this time?
This is approximately 1 minute after the victim and his entourage arrived at the Homestead Suites parking lot.
And what is going on?
This is Alicia Andrews' phone sending a location to Sean Gaithwright's phone.
Oh, there it is. Sent him the location. Oh, this is bad. This is going to be bad, and the jury's going to see exactly what this looks like. Exactly, it is what it is. Alicia was in on it. She sent the location to where they were. Is she cooked? This chick is cooked. This is such a bad look on her part.
So now we have jumped where they are close to the time when the victim is killed. Is that correct?
Yes, this is approximately 15 minutes before the shots are fired.
15 minutes before the shots were fired? Alicia, what were you doing? Look at her.
And was there some additional messaging that you got from Sean Gaithwright's phone that occurred earlier that night?
Yes.
I'm going to show you what's in evidence 94C2. We're going to start at the top there. This number, it's identified as Kyla, is that correct?
Correct.
Did you try to identify her during the course of your investigation?
I did.
Who is this phone number belonging to that's designated as Kyla in Sean Gaithwright's phone?
Kyla Enright.
Where does Kyla Enright live?
Jacksonville, Florida.
Did you conduct an interview with Miss Enright?
I did.
Dang, man. She sent the location 15 minutes before he was shot.
Going to go to the first green box. Can you tell us what time period we're at?
We're at 12:32 a.m. on the 23rd.
And who is sending the text and who is receiving it?
Sean Gaithwright's phone is sending a text to Kyla.
And what is the message he's sending?
I need y'all, text Fat Boy.
During the course of your investigation, was there anyone with the victim's party, Charles Jones' party, that had a nickname or was known as Fat Boy?
I wasn't able to identify a person.
Go to this. Is this a response from Ms. Enright?
Yes.
And when is it sent?
On June 23rd at 12:32 a.m.
And what does she message back in response?
About what?
This is crazy. Oh, wait till y'all see the police interview. It gets crazier.
And then
You
what
think
does
this is bad?
the message back from Sean Gaithwright's phone say?
Hey sis, I need ya, text Fat Boy and tell him you trying to pull up and trying to see him tonight.
Wow.
And then what is the response?
He know I'm gone. I've been FT him while I'm out.
And what time did that response happen at?
12:35 a.m. on the 23rd.
What does FT mean?
I have no idea.
And let's go to this green box. What is the response?
He in Tampa right now.
Okay. And what time does he send that response?
12:36 a.m. on the 23rd.
Jeez,
what is
man.
the next message from Sean Gaithwright's device?
Bruh, make it seem like you know he there. You don't know he there.
What time is that sent?
12:36 a.m. on the 23rd.
What is his next message that happens at 12:38?
He at a B&B with 6. Be like, where you at? I want to pull up. I'm drunk and you trying to fuck.
Okay. And during the course of your investigation, is there somebody that you know is known as 6?
The victim, Charles Jones.
And was Charles Jones at an Airbnb that night?
Yes.
And then what is his next message
man.
that occurs at 12:39:29?
Never mind.
Dang.
Sorry, going back to 94C2, what is the response from Ms. Enright or Ms. Enright's device?
You want to come to B&B with us?
Sorry, I need to go down one.
Yeah. We at Tierra, the club.
And what time does that occur?
12:40.
And then what is the next one at 12:40:37 from that device?
You want to come to the B&B with us?
And then what is their next response at 12:40?
Question mark.
And then what is the device from Mr. Gaithwright say at 12:41:19?
No, I'm in Tampa trying to see where his B&B at.
And then what
Come
is
on, man.
the response from Ms. Enright's phone?
Who B&B? Question mark.
And then what is the response from Sean Gaithwright's phone that occurs at 12:41:50 on 6/23 of 2024?
6.
And then what is his next response at 12:41:53?
Fools.
And then his next response at 12:42:02.
It's his birthday and Fat Boy with him.
Man, come on. She's done. She's just waiting until that verdict comes back. She's like, man, let me enjoy this while I can. Crazy.
Yep. I'm going to go on to that same exhibit 94C2. Sorry. What is the response from Ms. Enright's device that occurs at 12:42:08?
Not here in JX.
And then the device belonging to Mr. Gathright sends a message in response at 12:42.
Nah, they in Tampa.
And then the response back that occurs at 12:42:29.
What question mark?
And then 12:42.
Let me FT.
And then again from Sean Gathwright's device, the message that occurs at 12:42:37 on June 23rd of 2024.
Bro, play like you don't know it.
And then the response.
FB going to Beezer's tonight or some shit like that.
That's the response from Ms. Enright?
Correct.
And then the response from Sean Gathwright's device that occurs at 1:25:25 a.m.
Is he there yet? Question mark.
And then the final message on this exhibit that occurs at 1:28:16 a.m.
No.
I can't believe, man, they got this girl like this.
I'm going to show you State's Exhibit 77.
We're going to stop it right there and then get into the actual footage from Alicia Andrews' interrogation. What do y'all think about this? Let me know in the comments in the chat. I'm not going to lie, this girl looks cooked. She was all up in everything, giving information about locations. They've shown she knew what was going on and it was important. And she was in on the trip and planned it and helped plan it and schedule it. What do y'all think? We're going to keep it moving in a second. Shout out to everybody that's in here, all 14,000 of y'all. Big shout out to Kitty Cat in here celebrating the 6-month anniversary. Says, good morning, fam. 6-month B-Day. You know my jingle. I got you, Kitty Cat. Let me find it. I was actually looking for it earlier today. Here we go.
These niggas lacking.
Shout out to Kitty Cat. You know what time it is. She said, much love to ClassE, Amy, and the Chat-E family. She is going to prison, in my opinion, for a long, I don't know. Kitty Cat, you're right. She's going to be locked up. They won't let her out. Yeah. She's gone. She's done. We're going to keep it moving. But hey, you know, let's get into the entire thing. We're going to go ahead and check out her interrogation video because this gets more interesting. And her behavior, y'all bear with me on this, but her behavior in this interrogation is insane. So let's go ahead and get into Alicia Andrews' police interrogation video here. It gets wild. It gets crazy. And the police are putting the pressure on her. Does she crack? Does she break? Let's see and find out. Check it out.
Sentence or punishment she may receive. These opinions and statements are pertinent only to explain the reactions and responses they elicit. You are not to consider these opinions and statements by Detective Ramos and Sergeant Aaron Campbell as true, but only to establish the context of Alicia Andrews' reactions and responses. All right? You may
reactions
proceed.
And responses. Here we go. She got the green hair and everything. Lord, this.
Okay. If you go in, you want water or anything? You're fine? Everything always going to happen sit on that side. Okay. As long as we sit our head in and keep our head on the
Okay, sounds good. You can see it. I'll take these off for you.
Yeah, they're going to get Detective Ramos.
You said you don't need anything? Are you sure? Yeah. We're good? Alright, hang tight for me for just a second, and if I have any other information, you pop it on, I'll be right back.
probably want to see, and I'm willing to be as open can be to show you everything.
Judge, there was dead air, so I was trying to move it forward when they opened the door.
Okay, well, just play the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
No editing the video. Come on now.
We're good? All right, hang tight for me for just a second if I have any other information. Get that one over. Be right back.
I mean, there's really nothing there, though. We just want to skip ahead to where they walk in. Judge being difficult. There's nothing there, Judge. She's just sitting there. She doesn't say anything. So we're going to skip ahead and avoid all this dead space. Let me shake your hand before I cook you.
Everybody nice? Good.
All right, so we're detectives from Tampa, okay? We do want to talk to you before we start our spiel, okay? I know that you are in a relationship with Isaiah Chance, okay? And I know he's probably already talked to you and, you know, probably tried to tell you what to do or what to say, okay? But I want you to understand, all right? In this moment, all right, God isn't in this room and he can't do anything, you know, to help you in this situation. You have to make that decision for yourself, you know what I mean? I think that, you know, there's a lot of stuff that we have to show you that you would probably want to see, and I'm willing to be as open can be to show you everything that we have, you know what I mean? Because I want you to make an informed decision about your life and where it goes from here, okay? Understood. You've never been arrested before? Okay. The situation here as it stands, okay, is
no record.
We want to show you the stuff we want to show you, and we want to give you the opportunity, you know, and it's your choice, okay? But before we can go into those details, we are going to read your rights, okay?
I want you to understand something about your rights. You're in the driver's seat on this, okay? Talk about what you want to talk about. You don't want to talk about what you don't want to talk about, okay? This is up to you on this. But I think you're a young person. I don't think you understand the gravity of probably what could happen. I want you to be able to see what all we want to show you. The only way we can show you all of this is if you're able to talk with us and when you talk with us. Does that make good sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And just so you know, again, like you said, you want to see some stuff and you want to answer some stuff, you can answer it. If you don't want to answer some stuff, you don't have to answer it. You're in control. This is, you know, you are in charge of what happens to you in your future starting right now, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Do you understand that? You have the, anything you say can be used against you in the court of law. Do you understand that? You have the right to consult with an attorney before you make a statement or answer any question, and the right to have an attorney present during questioning. Do you understand that? If you want an attorney but cannot afford to hire an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you before during questioning free of charge. Do you understand that? You may use any of these rights at any time, before or during questioning, and you may stop this interview at any time. Do you understand that? Do you understand all the rights that I just read you? So you understand at any time. Up to you, okay? I want to show you a video here. Do you have any questions about your rights before I show you this video?
Here we go. You have the right to remain silent. Is she going to remain silent? Let's wait and see.
Can you see that? Is that you in the footage?
Yeah.
Okay, can you tell us what's going on here?
Wait, no, open the door.
Okay, where are you at in this video?
She shouldn't have talked to them.
Do you remember what time you were in?
Yeah, Tim.
Can you tell us what you're doing down here for that? Here's the be honest.
I had to wait to remember what to before it, so he asked me if it was me.
Who's he?
My boyfriend.
Got him?
Yeah. What are you calling me?
Well, what do you call it?
Is there any turn up the volume? I'm having trouble hearing.
Does he go back? You don't call, you never call him, got it?
The judge says she can't hear.
Okay, 30 seconds or more.
We're trying to fix the volume.
Is that you in the footage?
Yeah.
Okay, can you tell us what's going on here?
Waiting out the door.
Okay, where are you at in this video?
I see him.
Do you remember what time you were in?
Yeah, too.
Okay.
Can you tell us what you're doing down here for that? Here's to be honest.
I had just went to Orlando like 2 months before that, so he asked if I want to go somewhere.
Who's he?
My boyfriend.
Got him?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you call me?
What do you call him?
Zay.
Zay? So does he go back and you don't call? You never call him that? Never?
That's not like a parent.
Okay. Zay, you can call him Zay, if that's what you know about.
Who all went down camp with you?
I don't know people.
How many were with you?
His little brother.
That was it? Just the three of you?
Yep.
Okay. You remember going to McDonald's while you were in Tampa?
I was hungry.
You were hungry? Okay. So that's you in the car?
Yeah.
Okay. Who was driving the car at that time?
Why is she talking to the police?
Was it the little brother that you were referring to? No? So you don't know this guy right here that's driving?
What's he called his little brother? Their
He
nickname?
got, I don't know.
So tell us a little bit about what you guys did in Tampa.
Well, we just found a place to go, and I was hungry a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Might be pregnant, so.
Okay. Was that big? Where, so other than McDonald's, where else did you guys eat?
We went, which I'm not around the house. Where's we? I was pretty find some clubs.
Okay. You guys went to some clubs? You remember what clubs?
Yeah.
You couldn't get into the clubs? Okay. Do you remember what clubs they were?
Not really, it's like a colorful looking building. We walked up and asked people.
You talked to the files at the front door?
Yeah, you can stand in front. I know what you can.
Okay.
Is that one club you tried to get into? Is that you?
Yeah.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you know the name of that club?
I really want to live in. I'm just find something.
Okay. So you tried to get into this club but you couldn't get in?
Well, it's not surprised, but they passed, so.
You guys didn't want to pay for it? Or it just looked too bad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you talk to any of the bouncers there?
Yeah, it was a big guy.
What's going on here? Is he using your phone?
You think, yeah.
Can you tell me where you guys went after that?
Look, it's small places.
Of a different club. You guys also try to get in this club?
Ain't we gonna go in?
What's that?
Ain't we gonna go in? You don't like black places?
You know, like what kind of places?
You don't like packed places?
Who's he talking to on the phone?
I don't know.
Who was in his little brother?
She said she don't know.
Refresh your memory a little bit. I think back to McDonald's, as the gentleman driving. You've never met him before? Was he at the Airbnb with you guys?
How are you in a car with him and your boyfriend's not there?
No,
He was in the back seat?
but it was for me, man. I just wanted food.
Okay. So how did this gentleman join you guys at some point in the evening?
I didn't know. I just followed my boyfriend.
I don't know, did he come to the Airbnb? Did you guys pick this guy up somewhere? Was that silver car that you're in the drive-thru in, is that the car that you and Zay traveled down from Jacksonville in for the weekend?
I don't think I don't know.
You don't remember what vehicle you traveled down in from Jacksonville? Okay.
I really was following him.
What's that?
I really was following him.
You were following Zay? He was kind of leading the activities.
Were you in a different car than Zay on the way down?
No, I just asked mostly what we're doing for the weekend.
You just came down?
What's up? We were just talking.
Is this Stace on the phone?
I don't know.
You don't know that? You know this kid?
I never met him.
You never met him before?
I'm just on the sidelines. I'm talking to friends.
All right, sweetie. At the end of the day, okay, if you are just on the sidelines, all right, you need to tell us that, right? You didn't necessarily, Isaiah's leading the activities, he's on the phone, he's telling you where to be, right? You're with him by his side, right? But obviously, something big happened that weekend in Tampa, right? Do you know?
Can I ask you something? Are you excited about being pregnant?
I don't know. I lost the last one.
You did?
So, no.
Would you like to have a baby at some point?
No.
No?
She said she's not excited about being pregnant. They asked her if she was excited about being pregnant. She said no, not really. Did you want to have a baby? Yeah.
4 years on and off.
4 years on and off? Okay.
You know what happened at the end of that weekend? And here's the thing.
I heard about it when police came to this night.
Yeah, what did you hear?
Like, she died.
Who died?
Some Muslim rapper.
I mean, pretty famous. I'm sure you know his name.
I don't listen to all that.
Here's the thing. What I need for you to be right now is very, very honest with me. Okay? You're 21 years old, correct?
Yes.
Here we go.
So
Turn
your
up
phone, it tracks you, right? You know that, right? Your telephone,
Yes.
it tracks you. Tracks you everywhere you go. That's how we knew you were at these places to get video from, is because your phone showed you there at those exact times.
Yeah.
So we just go to those places, we download the video, and then lo and behold, we see you. I mean, I think that's the same jean jacket you're wearing?
Yeah, my favorite one.
Your favorite one? Okay.
She's wearing the same
That's how we
jacket.
knew the Airbnb you were at. That's how we knew all these places you'd gone to. Is because your cell phone was tracking you approximately every single minute with high accuracy.
I don't think that was being.
No, it's real. Yeah, your phone tracking everywhere you go.
I'm talking about, you said a B&B.
Airbnb.
Yeah, it was like a B&B.
But that was a B&B, anyways, okay.
You look at somebody's house, is that what you're saying?
Do you remember sending an Instagram message to somebody to rent an Airbnb for you guys down here? You don't? You did. When you sent a message from your phone.
Oh, now there's something.
Yeah. Tell me what happened.
Yeah, she do like half-offs on Airbnb though.
She does what?
She does half-off. Like, you can rent something for half a price.
Okay. Who did you send a message to? Do you remember?
I don't know her name, just like Instagram. Like, she do promos, she posts on Instagram.
Okay. Did she end up booking the Airbnb that you guys stayed at? Do you know who
She
booked
took
it?
some text back.
Do you know who booked the Airbnb that you guys stayed at?
I just asked, and one was like, we're still going.
Was the guy who was driving the cruise while you were at McDonald's, okay, who you hadn't met before, was he at the Airbnb when you guys left the Airbnb? You don't know?
Like, I was there first. Like, when you got the car.
Okay.
Like, I arrived.
What car did you get into? Your ride? Your ride was it?
I don't know.
Was it Uber? Was it on the Uber app?
I think so.
Who booked that one? You or Zay?
You probably did. I don't know, I did.
Okay. And then you guys take that Uber to?
Look back home.
All the way back to Jacksonville. So you drove down in a car you don't remember, and then you took it
I'm
over?
telling you, I followed him.
Okay. All right.
If he said go, I'm ready to go. And I was already ready to go anyway. We kept arguing.
Is this the gentleman that was driving the cruise at McDonald's?
Probably was.
Yeah. He's going into the Airbnb at the same time that you guys are coming in and now getting ready to leave that your Uber, right?
Yeah. But I don't know.
Do you remember any conversations with him at all? Did he introduce himself in any way? Street name? Talk about anything?
No.
You don't? No.
No.
She's lying. She's laughing. Like, come on, girl. This is not a great look. And we know she knew all this. Come on,
I
man.
probably laughed once or twice, but I never said no.
talk about Zay's little brother, right? And that picture that I showed you, and I asked you if that was Zay's little brother. Do you know his real name? Do you know Zay's little brother's real name? Have you spent?
Like 10, I don't know.
Have you spent any time with him?
Probably once.
Okay.
Like his house. I don't know him.
When did you go to his house?
I don't know what my was. It was for, what holiday was that? I don't know, they had a little cookie or something. I just went that night.
Okay. Other than that, you've never been to his house?
Like, I probably did, but I don't know if it's his house.
And
I probably never got a car.
And going back to that Airbnb video of when you're coming in, okay, to the Airbnb, where's everybody else at? Where's they and little brother? Because they don't come in at the same time.
How did they get in?
I don't know, I was just friends.
Yeah, but this camera goes off every time somebody passes it, and in order to get in, you have to put in a code, and that code gets tracked on the app. I spoke to the owner of the Airbnb. Nobody else went in. How did they get in?
I'm not sure.
Did you let them in another door?
Is it possible you could have opened the back door?
No.
I mean, either by yourself at Airbnb? Well, it can't be you and Ann because you're the only one that goes in the front door. Nobody else comes in that front door. It records every single person that comes in that front door and uses that code. When you guys went out to McDonald's, did you go out the front door? You don't know? Or did you go out the back door? Which door did you go out?
I'm not sure. Sorry.
Do you understand what I'm talking about? That you're the only one that went in the front door? Nobody else went in that front door? So how did Zay get inside if you were the only one in the front door?
I did not.
Huh?
I don't know if I did not.
No, I understand how you got in the front door.
Yeah.
How did anybody else get in? Because nobody else is on the camera.
Anybody else?
Zay was with you. He stayed there, right? He didn't go in the front door.
I don't know. I did not.
Zay didn't go in the front door.
I'm not sure where he went.
Was he inside with you?
Yes, of course. I didn't know myself.
Okay, they didn't go in the front door.
Well, I don't know. Did y'all ask him that? Because I don't know. I'm going in because I said them.
Well, so you know your cell phone tracks up there, right? So it knows where you were, when you left.
I think it should speak for itself. You see these little dots here? Right? That's your phone, right? That's ping. This is, we've labeled the Airbnb, okay? See that? And every single minute your phone is pinging off. You see all those little bubbles there? That's your phone pinging off there, okay? That's your phone pinging off there, right?
They said we got you.
Take it back to the very most important time period. So you arrived at the Airbnb around 8 p.m. and this is the Airbnb, and here we are at 8 p.m., okay? You stayed at the Airbnb up until the point where you were hungry and you needed to get some McDonald's, right? And this is how we found that McDonald's footage.
I don't watch this.
You gotta watch this, okay? This is very important because you're gonna need this information for when you make the decision that you gotta make, okay? Then between 125 and 140, you head over to the McDonald's, right? That's how we went to look at the McDonald's. And then you go back to the Airbnb, okay? And then after the Airbnb, you head over to the first club, Teaser's Club. Do you know who else was at Teaser's Club while you were there? The rapper from Jacksonville, Julio, that died in Tampa, right? He was at Teaser's as well. And we have him on footage at Teaser's. After he leaves Teaser's, nope, that's fine. I mean, you gotta watch this because you gotta know, okay? After he leaves Teaser's, he goes to Truth 18, right? For his after party, which he posted on Instagram, walking up the stairs. Guess who else shows up at Truth 18 after Julio shows up at Truth 18? You show up at Truth 18.
It wasn't crowded, so...
Okay, no, but there's one place that wasn't a club, right? There's one place that wasn't a club that you have to come up with a reason why you were there. It's a hotel for Julio was shot and killed at?
I never stayed at no hotel.
No, you didn't say
We know you didn't stay at that hotel. We know you didn't stay at that hotel.
You went to the parking lot.
But you were at the hotel where Julio was murdered at the exact same time that he was murdered. Okay? Sweetie, the reason we're showing... No, listen, this is a time where we're gonna... I understand this is... I want to make it... Because you've never been arrested before, right? And you might not understand the gravity of the situation you're in, okay? You're familiar with Zay's old friend Tilly that was shot and killed? No? You're not familiar with that? His killer had a girlfriend by the name of Diamond, okay? And Diamond helped set Tilly up, lured him to a location where he was shot and killed, okay? Now, Diamond was not at the scene where he was shot and killed. Diamond did not pull the trigger, okay? All she did was send a few messages on the phone, okay? And they put the case against her, and now she's already been convicted 20 plus years. She's in jail right now. She's not getting out for decades, and she wasn't even at the scene where Tilly got killed. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Father is.
I'm not making any threats to you by any means, but this is damning evidence. This is the murder scene, and this is your device present at it. Okay.
Imagine getting legal advice from a police officer who's interrogating you. Hey, you're screwed, you know, so just give it up. Bro, I mean, I'm not listening to you. Respectfully.
You went to the source and a lot of people put it in here.
Sweetie,
you can try to explain this to me, okay? You're 21, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think I'm older or younger than 21? You know, right? I'll let you go. I've been doing this job, doing homicide as long as you've been alive, okay? Started doing homicide about 24 years ago.
Why is he even talking about him? For real.
Which means I've been in this chair, talking to a young person sitting in your chair hundreds of times. What you don't understand is this is the perfect case for a homicide detective. I have your phone. I have your phone everywhere.
He's right.
I have the beef between your boyfriend, his people, and listen, you don't have to play dumb with me at all. Okay? And here's the thing, you don't have to answer anything right this second. I'm just going to explain something to you, okay? So just soak it up. Just soak it up. So your boyfriend and his people are having a beef with Julio and his people, okay?
Now he's laying it out.
What I have on this video is you stalking Julio, conducting surveillance of him. You scatter this.
Your whole life has been
with the murder, stalking.
Okay.
I don't know him.
Now, you're conducting surveillance with your boyfriend going to teasers, which is already performed. Then we have your car, your phone, everything else in the parking lot of Truth 18. Then we have the car you're in going into the parking lot where Julio is killed. We also have the black Chevy that was traveling with you. We also have you guys on about a dozen license plate readers in tandem, driving together, following each other from Jacksonville all the way down here and back.
This is the car that the three shooters came out of. And this is the car that you and Zay are on scene video at teasers and seen on video at Truth 18. This is high definition footage, okay?
You're there.
You're there.
You're part of the murder of Julio, whether you want to be or not. Now here's the thing. I know one thing for sure. I know you're not a trigger person, okay?
We know that.
Is that a fair statement? You're not a trigger person? You never shot anybody.
You didn't shoot anybody in Tampa when you were there, right?
Did you shoot anybody in Tampa?
No.
Okay, all right. Here's what a bunch of people did, and I think they got you in way too deep. The problem is your phone kills you. The charge on this is first-degree murder. The sentence is going to be life imprisonment. No, I mean life means life. It means...
Yeah, so I don't like the way he said this. The sentence is going to be life in prison. First of all, how many people who have been found guilty of second-degree murder have not gotten life in prison and have not gotten even 20 years or 15 years? How many people have been found guilty of second-degree murder that have gotten 10 years? So again, police officers, they're trying to, I say this to you all the time. When I say don't talk to police officers, it's not because I hate police officers. I love police officers. I'm thankful for what they do. And I tend to believe most police officers are good at their job. I say don't talk to police officers because they have a job to do here. Detectives, police officers, lieutenants, they have a job to do. And they do not care what you say. They're not care. They don't care how you feel. They don't care about giving you the correct information, although sometimes they're required to. No, they have a job to do, and they're doing their job here. Why are you even talking to these guys? They don't know that. They don't know what the sentence is going to be. Mister, I've been a detective for 20-something years. Come on, man. Let me know what y'all think about this. We're going to keep going with this interrogation because they're about to turn the heat up on Alicia Andrews and point out exactly how she was involved in Julio Fulio's murder. Let's see what they have to say. Pressing her.
The charge on this is first-degree murder.
You don't know that.
The sentence is going to be life imprisonment.
You don't know that.
Life means life. It means it becomes your nursing home. It means you never get out. You don't have relationships anymore. You don't have a child. If you have a child in prison, it goes to somebody else. And you don't even get to hold your child. You never get to see your family again unless they come to visit, and it's through ClassE. It means the moment my partner and I walk out of this room, your life changes absolutely forever, and you can never, ever change it back. All right?
I don't like this.
Right now, so far, what you've done is lie to us, minimize your involvement in this, and it only makes the case that much stronger against you. The only thing that might help you out is complete truthfulness and honesty from you. And it's telling the whole story, because I'm telling you today, your life forever changes. It's never the same after today.
Give me one
It's
second.
happening right now. You're not going to be spending time with your family. You're not going to be doing any of those things. If you think your boyfriend loves you, your boyfriend used you in this. He knew. He's smart on these things. Okay? You know he is smart. He had you use on your phone. He had you use your phone. Open. It means we have you everywhere. Forensically. No. I tell you what you can't do. You can't travel to Tampa and then travel to the only two locations that Julio Fulio was that night, walking around the parking lot. I can tell you something else. You didn't go up and talk to a bouncer, so we know you flies about that. You did not go, because Julio Fulio was in the parking lot when you got there. I can tell you that's certainly not on video if you're talking to a bouncer.
I know that you love it. I know that you love it. See, I know that you love it. I know. And I know that this is a very difficult situation. The question you have to ask yourself in this room right now is, are you willing to throw the rest of your life away for sake? Because that's what you're facing right now. That's what you're facing right now. The only possible chance that you have to get out of this situation is to be honest. Because at the end of the day, listen, you're not being honest. You're not being honest. At the end of the day, we just showed you a bunch of pictures of people. Okay. Don't focus on it. Don't focus on it. I want one honesty from you. You ready for my one honesty? Did you open the back door to let other people in the Airbnb? That's an easy question. Then how did they get in the Airbnb? Because they did not go in the front door.
What they got to do with me?
No, it's asking you for one honesty.
All I did was walk up and knock. Did you see me tap anything in? So what I gotta do?
You opened up the front door and you got in.
I didn't open nothing.
You didn't open up the front door of that place?
No.
How did you get in?
I was seeing it was open.
Nobody else went to the front door but you. I'm just asking one thing that I know is 100% truthful. And you can't answer that.
He has to give you the code over there, ring. It's actually just audio of that. You have to get the code to get in. He gave you the code over. It's audio recorded. It's on audio.
I don't have the code.
Yeah, I gave you the code.
I don't have the code.
It's on audio.
She doesn't care.
Go back and listen. What code did you didn't say?
I can tell you this. How many women do you know? How many women do you know that have been in prison?
I don't know.
I mean, do you know any woman who's been in prison?
I don't know.
You should know that. I can tell you this, you're young and you're small. And where you are likely to end up without truthful statement right now is a horrible place.
I gave you two statements.
No, you have not.
I have, whether you believe it or not.
Let me ask you something. Do you think I'm probably good at my job or probably bad at my job? What do you think? You talked to me a few minutes. Do you think I'm probably good or probably bad?
I don't like how they're pressing her like this. Oh, where you're gonna end up is gonna be bad. You're gonna go there and you're little, you're tiny. They're gonna beat you up, bro. Come on, man. You don't know any of this. Stop it. Stop lying. I don't like it.
Good at it. Detective Ramos is extremely good at it. I can tell you, he and I are partners, and we have never had an unsolved homicide that he and I have worked together ever. Not one time. Okay? What we do for a living, we do it at a highly professional level. I can tell you right now, with the statement you're giving us, you're going to be in prison, and you're never going to come out of it. You're never going to see the outside of prison.
Stop.
That just scared the hell out of you. There's no day in your life after today.
Here's the reality of the situation, okay? I want you to understand it. We normally don't present discovery. I just want you to understand how this works because you've never been through this, okay? We normally never present discovery, meaning the videos and the cell phone data on cases where we're not quite at the point where we can charge them yet and where we don't think we're going to get there. The only reason we have shown you what we've shown you is because what's going to happen... No.
Y'all showed me because it's me and video.
No. The reason we have shown you what we have, and you still don't even have all of it, okay? Because we've got a big case, is because after we leave this room, okay, we are going to go to the state attorney's office, okay, and we're going to get an arrest warrant, and at some point charging you with first-degree murder for the murder of Julio Fulio.
That was going to happen tonight.
It's going to happen. You're going to be charged with his murder. That's trial. Your mom and dad are going to talk to you through a window for years. Who knows how long this trial is going to be. And then you're going to have to face the possibility that your entire life might be gone over Zay and his beef with 6 Block and Fulio. You know what I'm saying? You have a choice. Let me tell you, when this stuff goes to juries, because it's not my job to judge you. I don't judge you. I know you're a young girl and you love Zay, and he put you in a fucking shitty situation. All right, well, he put you in a, when you don't love him, I mean, this is kind of a shitty situation to be with somebody you don't even know whether you love him. You know what I'm saying? But he put you in a very shitty situation. He put you in a situation. And if you go to in front of a jury, the jury, what they want to know the most, because we made the case. We're going to be able to prove that you were there, that you participated in this murder. That's done. What the jury's going to want to know, why did she do it? And is she sorry? That's all they care about. When they decide whether you're doing 25 years or whether you're doing 30 years or whether you're doing 15 years, they want to know. They want to know, why did she do it? And is she sorry? That's what they want to know. That's what you need to answer in this room. If Zay dragged you into some shit you didn't want to be a part of, you have to tell us that. But the only way that jury and the people who do decide your fate moving forward are going to believe that is if you're 100% honest. I don't need to answer the question of whether you're lying or not. We all in this room know that you're lying. We have evidence, okay? Don't focus on one thing. The whole story.
The whole thing.
We know that you were down there with Zay. Okay, to kill Fulio. We know that Zay was communicating with the gunman in that Black Impala, and we know that the gunman in that Black Impala were acting on this information that you and Zay were feeding him from the cruise to target Fulio, down to the point where you knew exactly, the gunman knew exactly what seat he was seated in. You know who sees what seat Fulio's seated in? The cruise. The silver cruise you're in when you're driving by it.
Can you start talking now, baby? No, you have not.
Can you not answer?
I don't like this.
No.
Don't miss this opportunity to save your life.
I know, y'all tell me I'm lying.
This always makes me so gross, man. I hate this. I can't stand this. Don't miss the opportunity to save your life. What happened till innocent till proven guilty? Does this just get thrown out during these interrogations? If y'all got something, then get something. Like sitting here and trying to get a conviction in the court of, I don't know, what do we call this? A court of 9/10? I mean, they complain all the time about the court of public opinions that they can just sit there and badger this chick with no evidence, no court, to try and get a confession. I don't like this, man. I don't like this.
All right, let me ask you something. How serious do you think this is right here? re-answer that question for me. How serious do you think this is right now? I can tell you it's the most serious thing that is ever going to happen in your lifetime. Today is going to be the most serious day you have ever had in your lifetime. I can't even stress that enough to you how serious today is. You're 21 years old. We want to give you the opportunity to explain this to us. You know what else? We have more on you than anybody else in that crew that came down here. You know why? Because you're experiencing these things. You left your phone on. Your phone communicated with the cell phone towers, giving your exact location the entire time. All right? Your boyfriend, he is screwed. You just identified himself into 2 videos of him at Truth 18 and at teasers. Listen to me. You just screwed him.
I already said we went out.
Hey, no. I know what you're thinking in your head.
No, I'm saying y'all thought I'm by myself.
No, I never thought you were by yourself. I always knew you were with him. We had videos. We knew that was you. We knew that was Zay in that video.
You know that Zay is communicating with his little brother Impala to kill Julio.
Here's the thing. Before we talked to you, we didn't have him. We do now. He's done. Zay is done based off of you identifying in that video. He's done at this point.
Little brother's done too.
He's done too. You've already put them in this. Okay? Here's the thing. You don't know what you don't know.
Also, I mean, again, just even thinking about their policies, why are they commenting on this to someone who could be a potential witness or is even a suspect? Like, you're just telling them, yeah, well, we talked to so-and-so and he's cooked too. So, that's weird. I don't like this. I just don't like it. Even though
the problem is right now, 19 years old or 21 years old, you don't know a ton. You don't know a lot. The problem is you don't understand that those cell phone records seal your deal. I'm not talking about phone calls. I'm talking about it puts you every single place of the murder.
You don't have any explanation for why you were in the car at the scene of the murder.
You were looking for food
in the hotel parking lot or
we turned around, honestly.
Okay. So you turned around in the parking lot.
The maps take you around. Like, what do you mean?
You don't find that? You don't think that like, I know you're not experienced in how court, but you know, again, the jury judges, you don't think when they hear the story that you and Zay are in the silver car in the parking lot, feet away from where Julio gets gunned down. You gotta understand how that looks. Just because you are pulling the trigger doesn't mean
that. Like, I'm saying,
you ever heard of an accomplice, the Sherman accomplice?
Here's the thing. Okay. Let me try to. I'm gonna try to break this down super simple. Okay. Did you see the black Impala there with you at different places? Okay. So let me explain something else about this black Impala. You and this black Impala come from Jacksonville all the way to Tampa together. You guys pass where the license plate reader is. There's cameras all over the place on the interstate. Tow trucks have them. They record every single license plate that comes by. We catch you and that other car together multiple times on the way from Jacksonville here.
Okay.
It means you have to hit the lottery to make that happen again. It's impossible for those two cars to hit license plate readers hundreds of miles away at the exact same seconds. The two cars did because you followed each other all the way down. It's crazy you don't get it. So, do you know what a license plate reader is? Let me draw this, okay? You know what a license plate reader is? Or a camera that takes pictures of license plates, okay? The license. Here's a camera. Here's a camera, okay? You're going down the interstate right here, and here's a car. Here's a Chevy Cruze. Picture taken. You have the license plate. Right behind it is another car. Picture taken. That means those two cars are together. No, it means those two cars are traveling together at the exact same time at multiple places in the state, coming from Jacksonville to Tampa. And you're going to tell me, huh?
I said,
does that make sense to you? The fact, did you see the black Impala?
No.
You don't know anything about a black Impala. You don't know anything about a black car. Was anybody staying in your Airbnb that had a black car?
Not sure.
You're not sure. Was there anybody staying in your Airbnb other than you, Zay, and Zay's little brother? Was there anybody else staying in that Airbnb?
I don't know.
You weren't in the room all the time. You came out of the room and you went places. Was there anybody in that Airbnb other than you, Zay, and his little brother?
I'm not sure.
Did you go into the front door of the Airbnb and let anybody else in another door of the Airbnb be in the back door?
No.
Did you go to the parking lot of Teasers with your boyfriend, Zay, and decide to not go in the club?
You looked it back?
Because it's packed? Because it was packed?
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me why you were wearing a COVID mask in that parking lot?
I've been sick already. People drinking, smoking.
Can you tell me why you don't have a mask on in other places?
I'm not.
You're in a car with a guy you don't even know in the McDonald's drive-thru and you don't have a mask
That's
on.
not a bunch of people who are smoking. If you go into a club, remember?
Your first line was, I don't want to get sick because I'm pregnant.
That's what
Could a guy you don't even know a foot away from you in the McDonald's drive-thru
Okay.
get you sick?
Who?
You were
I dropped the way over here.
before you left Jacksonville, you stopped at Isaiah's little brother's house, okay? And we tracked from his house, all the way from his house, all the way down the highway, past the license plate readers, the Silver Cruise, and the Black Impala, all the way to the Airbnb, all the way to Teasers, and where Fulio's performing his first show, all the way to Truth 18, where Fulio's going for his after party, all the way to the homicide scene. Look at this. All the way. No, but explain it to me. Explain to me how Black Impala in your car, all the way from Isaiah's little brother's house, from Jacksonville, all the way to here. You think that's a coincidence? That Isaiah's little brother's car, because that's his car, traveling with your car.
I'm supposed to know who car it is. I don't know.
That's a lot.
Not my people. Is that kin to me?
You were at his house before you came down to Jackson,
That's not
right?
kin to me.
You were at his house before you came down to
That's
Jackson.
not kin to me.
Were you at his house before you came down
I
to
just
Jackson?
said that's not kin to me.
That's not answering the question. It's a yes or no question. Were you at his house before you came down to
I
Jackson?
took festivals.
So you were at a house. Was it Black and Paul there?
Come on, man.
No. So orange always.
Definitely off.
Did you want to pull something else in?
I pulled up the ring and can't remember where I needed it. I wish you could see how important this was. I really do.
I see you before.
I don't think you do.
I do.
Hey, no, you didn't. No. If you knew how important this was, you'd have tears coming down your face. You'd be telling everybody everything that happened. You're not.
All y'all do is tell me that.
Okay, this is everybody leaving the Airbnb.
That's Isaiah, right? He's talking to the Uber driver, right?
Can you answer? Is that with you, your boyfriend? There you are. So
In your favorite jean jacket, in your favorite jean pants.
Answer this honestly. Is that you and Zay walking out of there? Is that Zay in front of you? You don't know? Let's get you a better picture.
Is that easier for you?
Who's that? You're not going to recognize that as Zay right now? Huh?
I don't know.
Well, being annoyed is going to be the rest of your life.
You know?
Is that Zay's little brother?
I don't know. He asked me the same stuff.
Yeah, we're going to ask you the same things because they're simple questions.
I'm answering.
No, you're not. No, you're not answering. You're not answering at all.
Like the part that I'm struggling with is how I'm gonna explain to your mother and your father that you want to throw away your life for Zay.
I'm not going to make anything.
No, you no.
Answering y'all questions.
You're looking down the barrel of a first-degree murder charge.
I'm telling y'all what I know.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yes.
Listen to me. You don't understand what's going to happen.
Hold on, wait a second. Didn't they just say a minute ago she was looking at a second-degree murder charge? Now the Judge Ramos over here just upgraded it to a first-degree murder charge. What are we doing, man? Alicia, get out of here. I mean, I'm all for The police doing their job, but this is BS, man. Come on.
Walk out of this room. You're not going home. No. I mean, you're not going home. Do you think you get a bond on first-degree murder charge? Do you think you get a post bail? You don't get post bail. So this is a process, and this is how it plays out, okay? So when you get charged with first-degree murder, you have no bond. You go to jail here, and then we transfer you to Tampa. And then you sit in a jail in Tampa between 2 to 4 years. During those 2 to 4 years, you're waiting for trial. Generally, you get assigned a public defender because you probably don't have money for a real attorney, because a real attorney is about $200,000 for a case like this. That's just what it costs. Then you go to trial. And then in trial, we show the video of you at the 2 places, the only 2 places in Tampa that Julio goes to. Then we show you in the car you're in, because we have the car you're in, immediately afterwards, pulling into the scene where he is brutally gunned down by 3 masked men. And then you flee, and you go back to the Airbnb. That is what's shown to the jury. With video evidence, with phone records, with your lack of a statement to us explaining what you're doing in Tampa. No.
So I gave you a statement.
And I'm telling you, no, it doesn't fly. That doesn't get you out.
I don't know what more you want
No.
to do.
And then what happens is the jury comes back and they say guilty. That's what they say. You get life in prison. You go to prison. You live the rest of your life with another woman in a cell the size of this room, with a steel toilet in the corner with no door around it, and a little tiny sink above it. That is your life every single day for the rest of your life. You have a guard telling you when to get up, when to take a shower, when to go outside to a caged yard with giant walls, when to go back to your cell, and when to go to bed.
Hey, read the room, fellas. She ain't scared. She does not give a you know what. She doesn't give a like, all right, whatever. Can I go now?
And the next day, they open the bars again, and the guard tells you what to do every part of your day. If you backtalk, you get lit, you get put in solitary confinement. You get food taken away from you. You have no freedom again for the rest of your life. There's none. So whatever you did today, I hope it was fun. I hope it was the most fun you have ever had in your lifetime, because you're going to need those memories to carry you through the rest of your life, because you won't make any more memories after today.
So Alicia,
does that make sense to you?
Alicia, I'm gonna try to connect with you a little bit, okay? I've got 2 daughters. All right? Your parents do not want to see you through glass until the day they die, all right? If this was my girl in this seat, okay, I would beg her, be honest. Tell the truth. Get yourself out of this situation, okay? Because at the end of the day, we have to go in front of the jury. We get to tell our story, and then your story is what you're telling me here right now. Who do you think the jury's going to believe? I went down, I don't know what car went down in, I don't know really where we went, you know, we didn't really want to go in here, you know, I only did this. No, your story, listen.
I'm trying to figure it out.
This is your one opportunity, sweetie. This is, if you don't care, you don't care. I get it. If you're the type of person that can participate in a ruthless murder, whether the guy deserved it or not, okay? No, but that's the thing, just because you don't pull the trigger doesn't mean that you can participate. Okay. You obviously don't give a shit then.
Did you see Julio in that parking lot at all?
No.
The car was in line looking straight at him. Communication was made to the other people. Matter of fact, we have your car following the 3 cars there. Let me tell you how this goes, because this is all on video too. You drive up past the hotel, and you're heading north. You might not know directions, I get it, okay? You're not from Tampa. The 3 cars do a U-turn. You and your boyfriend make a right U-turn. Then you do a U-turn, and you make a right, and you park at the Embassy Suites. Then you wait at the Embassy Suites. Then, at a hotel parking lot just about 10 seconds away from where the murder happens, okay? Then the black Impala comes out. The Chevy Cruze comes back out to the road, guns it to get to a light turning red.
We know.
And then turns into the parking lot. That is the car you're in. I don't think you understand how much evidence we have in this case against you.
You're going to get convicted.
I'm just confused.
Your confusion.
Can I ask you a question? No, can I ask you a question, okay? Let's put all this to the side for a second, all right? I'm telling you, okay, that there is enough evidence here to prove that you participated in this. We're not going to argue or debate it. We're not going to ask you, you're going to ask me how or why, nothing. I'm telling you that there's enough evidence here to prove that you participated with Zay, with his little brother Sean. I already got the other two Murphys identified. I know the cars. I know your every move. I've got video of the whole thing. I've got all the cell phones. I've got everything that I need, okay, to prove that you're guilty in with this group, okay? I want to know.
Y'all believe it, man? I'm not buying it, Ramos. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments in the chat. I got to get up out of here, but we are going to be back because we've got a lot more to get to with this police interrogation. We probably got about, let me see, how many more minutes? We're at the 14-minute mark. So about 20 more minutes of this. We'll catch it tomorrow morning. We'll get into that. Not only the rest of this interrogation, but a lot of the information we're getting from court going on today as well. Shout out to the gang. Thank you to all 14,000 of you that are in here. Please make sure y'all like the video. On your way out the door, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you haven't yet. Thank you to everybody who supported. Thank y'all for sharing the video, liking the video, sending in the super chats. Big shout out to Mary, shout out to Spring Flowers, and of course my awesome, amazing Amy. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. And as always, you know what to do. Keep growing, keep pushing, keep it classy. We gone. Peace.